Hey there, y'all. This is Jack, and today we're discussing Nostradamus, Melancholy. So essentially, yes, as you see, this is a short chapter of Michelangelo just going around checking out other fighters in between chapters 61 and 62. All right. So yeah, let's just dive right in, shall we? Again, this is another fun little chapter. Very good stuff here. I really enjoy here. All right, we cut to the first panel right here with Nostradamus essentially just chilling out with Gold and Berhilde, as the text says, shortly before the seventh round, as Nostradamus says, "Let's watch the math. This already." And he's kicked out. He's kicked out, and he's like, "Oh man, watching these fights alone by myself isn't fun at all." Ah, and then he sneaks into another room as he's like, Berhilde isn't the only Valkyrie around here, right? Then he peeks in as we see Jack and Hollock just essentially chilling out with tea as Jack says, "Please have this Lansang Shaoxun. It's a very rich Chinese tea. It would fit with this match perfectly." And then Nostradamus just thinks to himself, "That sounds so good. Please give me a cup." And then we get Hollock, her close up look of her face as she's like, "This wasn't poison, isn't it?" And Jack's like, "Of course not. How could I deceive you who has the nose of a good as a Pomeranian?" And she's like, What, did you just call me a Pomeranian?" And Jack says, "Actually, somehow I want to try to deceive that nose." And she's like, "God, this dangerous man, I have to keep." I'm so sorry. Ministering that they won't wreak havoc anywhere else. I have to keep monitoring. And Nostradamus just kind of sneaks out. He's like, "Nah, I'm heading out." And Nostradamus sees Soji's room as he thinks to himself, "Let's go somewhere more serene than this." As he goes in, he just sees Soji, Kojiro, Harao, and her essentially just standing there watching the match. And Nostradamus is just watching, just thinking to himself, "Everyone keeps watching the match while standing." And he kind of leaves and just says, "Why are y'all standing? Are those Japanese traditions or something?" And then we cut to a brief pics of him just going through Thor's room, just peeking into Thor's room, then peeking into Shiva's room, and then going right by Buddha's door where there's a bunch of candy there, and he just kind of just walks around till he eventually ends up on top of the arena, just standing on the between these two stands right here as the skulls look to him as he just says, "Hmm, what a bunch of weirdos." And that's the end of it. I love it. Again, it's another very short, fun chapter. Nothing to take serious. It's just Nostradamus, just being Nostradamus, just going around trying to find someone to hang out with, and nah, they're all too weird for even him. So yeah, that concludes this video. Again, I know I said it, but let me know again, if you could guess someone just walking around watching Ragnarok, who would it be? Like a POV of a character that's still alive watching Ragnarok right now. Honestly, I'd probably go with a live fighter like Beelzebub, just because I'd be interested to see him. His reaction is something a little bit kind of somewhat similar to this, but obviously not the same because Beelzebub's not a comedic character at all. But yeah, I would figure, you know what, Beelzebub, why not? So anyway, you guys take care and have a good one. Later.